Starting my life a little late. Have a headache already. It's been dealing with the kids. Running late, trying to get times. But as I was doing this setup, I came across this. Mary and Joanna, Alex's very first baby mama and firstborn. And here goes Joanna again. Crazy, huh? Trying to do a live about Alex, and this is what I come across. Yeah, do me a favor and send me a comment. Just trying to test this. Last time I was not able to see any comments at all till I finished. So okay, I see it. I love you too. Okay, great. So I'm gonna wait for 3 more people, 3 more family members to jump on so I could tell you guys my experience this weekend. I hope you're doing well, Tia. Love you. And I came to Leslie's room to try to get some peace and quiet. And these are all the dimes that I found that Alex puts in my way. I know there's a lot more, but I have them stacked up somewhere else. Welcome, Alex. Welcome, welcome. Juliana. Waiting for Vero, Mateo Juan. Probably Denise. What up? What it do? Okay, Thea, I just added you to go live with you on your camera. It said not available. I'm not sure why though. Approve. Add. No answer from live video guest. I don't know. But this song is beautiful because I actually got a message from him about his life and why he's happy where he's at. So go rest high on Red Mountain. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and start. I'll let you guys know what this is about. Okay, so let me go ahead and switch it over to me. Oh, wait. Okay, I got me now, so let me go ahead and sit down. Okay. Give me a second. I'm getting a little emotional here. I'm gonna put the music down a little because it's getting me really emotional. I don't want to be emotional. I don't think Alex wants me to be emotional neither. I think he really wants me to share this message with you guys. The message that I got. So, okay. I wasn't a big believer of, you know, the afterlife, the spirit world, until tragedy struck home. And even then, because I was a believer in Christ, and the Bible. I didn't really believe in the signs and that Alex would still be around. It was kind of either he's asleep waiting for Judgment Day, or he's in heaven, or, you know, wherever. You know, of course, I started to question, is he in heaven or hell? And I'm sorry, just being honest here, but during the grieving process, you guys know that Jacob started showing us a lot of signs that he was around. And the more I started reading about the afterlife and what spirits, you know, the messages that they give us, the more Alex would manifest into these messages that he was trying to convey to let me know that he was here. And, you know, whether it was through dimes, through song lyrics, through Jacob and Lola seeing him, through the birds and butterflies, you know, just beautiful, beautiful messages. And so I stepped out of religion, and I, you know, had to have a very open mind. That's Lola. You guys hear her? She's bad. Anyways, little by little, not only was I able to get messages from Alex, but I started getting messages from other deceased. Like, I have friends, you know, and just other people, and I started relating the messages to them, and it was just crazy that I was right on point. Before I started walking with Christ, I used to do numerology, astrology, used to read the tarot cards, and I stopped because the Bible says that it's bad. However, in me, it's a gift. You know what I mean? I never did it to harm anybody. And when I stepped out of religion, I still kept praying to God because I love Jesus. You know, I love him. I've been in his presence. So I started utilizing healing crystals that a friend recommended. She said, you know, that the properties, you know, and the vibrations that these crystals hold will help me. And just like anything else, just like prayer, just like God, faith without works does not work. So I started pouring my faith into these crystals. Then I know that my tragedy, I didn't want my tragedy to stop there. I wanted to use it for my spiritual growth and for other people. Perhaps I could help other people heal, you know, in the process, you know, when they lost someone, or, you know, whenever they lose someone, it's painful and it hurts. So I came across a stone that I was looking for, and I searched it online to help me communicate with the other side. Because Alex already communicates with me so much. You know, I hear him, he gives me lyrics, you know, through the songs, you know, he just comes through. But sometimes I think I'm going crazy. Sometimes I think that is just my grieving and my pain, you know, that is making me kind of convince myself that it's him. So, I researched this one shop that's located in Burbank, and I went to the shop, and there was a medium there. Medium communicates with the spirits, you know, people that passed on to the other side. And I went in there. Eric told me you could either get either or. We can't afford both right now. It's just kind of pricey, $40 for 15 minutes. Same thing has happened to me. My mother-in-law's spirituality says, thank you, Jessica. Thank you. Sorry, the same thing is happening to me and my mother-in-law. And spirituality and science, where she is here with me. I understand you, friend. Es duro y lleva tiempo, pero recupera el dolor. Thank you, thank you. Well, I hope this helps you. Okay, well, going back. So, I already knew I had these gifts. You know, I have a very high intuition. I'm always on dot when I give readings. So I went into this shop, and the psychic lady came up to me, and she asked if I was the woman from Palmdale. I'm an hour away. I said yes. So we went into the room to get a reading, and she went ahead and started doing my reading. She was on point about everything, about my childhood trauma, you know, my beliefs, my faith. She told me I was filled with Christ and I had a white light protecting me. Of course I'm filled with Christ. I love Jesus. no matter what, you know. So there and then I knew, like, okay, that's Lola. She's so attached to me. Anyways, okay. So I'll tell you, Thea, right now how you can experience my grandma, okay? So, she, at the end, oh, I should have brought the paper. God. Okay. At the end, she asked me to, ask a question on a piece of paper and fold it, okay? Mind you, I only paid for 15 minutes, a reading for 15 minutes, where she kind of got depth in, you know, about me, you know, about my gifts. She confirmed that indeed I do have a gift. I have clairaudience and clairvoyant, which makes me a psychic / medium. You know, just confirmation that I'm not going crazy, that if I ground myself, you know, I could help others along the way as well, you know. And guess where that gift comes from? God. Not the devil, but God. Because I believe in Jesus. Anyways. So, she finished my reading and I was like, fuck. I already knew this about me. I wanted to see if Alex came through, you know. So Eric was there. Eric is not a believer of this at all. You know, he's very, very skeptical. So, my paper was folded and she gets the pendulum, which is a necklace. And she said, do you want your answer to be a yes? And I said, yes. And she said, okay. It's not only a yes, but it's a jumping yes. It's a yes. And you're going to get more a clear answer in February and March. So bam, I'm like, what? I only asked if a deceased loved one was present. You know, February or March, like if he's present, he's going to be present now. Because I think he's been with me this whole time. So she gets the paper and she holds it to her chest. She closes her eyes, and this is before she even seen the question. She said, I see a gun, and I see a guy with a hood. He's dark. So Eric and I looked at each other, you know, like, whoa, that has to be Alex. He was murdered. They used a gun to kill him. So I said, okay, yes, that's my brother. And she said, he's here. And I can't stop smiling from ear to ear. She said his energy. He's smiling. And Eric and I looked at each other and we're like, it has to be Alex because he always made people laugh. He always made people smile, no matter what. She said, was he involved in gangs? You know, we know who Alex was. She said that Alex said that he never meant to cause me any harm. I believe that he said that because he sees how much we're all suffering for him. And it was never his intention to hurt us. But he had to go. So my time was up already. You know, I didn't have the dough to pay for an additional 15 to 30 minutes, but she continued. She said, you know, she confirmed his life, that he faced a lot of struggles along the way. You know, he was a very happy person, though, no matter what. And he was a good person. I'm sorry, guys. I asked him, you know, was he always around? And she said that he laughed. She said that he said, he ain't going nowhere. He's glued to my hip. And it's true, Alex is always with me. All the time. I asked him if she was happy. He's very happy. She said here on earth he suffered, you know? She also brought up how he had a substance abuse problem. And he already knew he was on his way out. But this lady couldn't stop smiling, guys. She was like, oh my God, I'm just smiling. He's just so happy, you know? And I knew it had to be Alex. She just said so many things that were right on, you know? She said, Alex said that he had a lot to learn on the spirit world, you know? And I just had a beautiful reading, a beautiful, beautiful confirmation, you know? And he's here. I'm going to go back to her and take a picture of him so she could tell me a little bit more. I want to know if Alex knows about his murder, if we're going to get any justice, any closure, you know. But the point that when she answered if a deceased loved one was here and the pendulum was swinging, yes, you know, and dancing, yes, it's like that's Alex, you know, like on the other side. He no longer suffers, you know. He misses us, you know. He's sad when he sees us sad, but his spirit, his joy, you know, his spirit rejoices, you know. He's full of joy because he's, you know, on the other side where there's light, you know, there's comfort. She also told me that she would love to have me take some classes for my spiritual growth and, you know, to develop my psychic, my mediumship ability. And I'm going to take them in February. So I really think that Alex was trying to say that in February, I'm really going to know for sure, like when he's around, and I'm not going to have to ask, am I going crazy? Is it really him? You know what I mean? So I wanted to share this with all my family members, you know. I didn't want to put it in, you know, my status and my post be super long with a bunch of typos, you know. I just wanted you guys to hear it from me. So Alex is around, you know, and thank you, brother. We were very, very close. You know, we had our ups and downs, you know, and she told me that Alex always wanted to protect me. But I was always doing my own thing. And if you guys know my life, I left my home at a very early age. I was just a wildflower, a butterfly. You know, I loved my freedom, my independence. So, you know, there's always gaps when I think of Alex. Like, man, we were so close. What happened? I was always out doing my thing. He was always out doing his thing too. But I knew he loved me and I loved him too. And I'm just so happy that, you know, he's still around and all these signs, you know, that I post, I am not going crazy. They're for real, you know. When I give people readings, you know, and messages from their deceased loved ones, they also appreciate the message I convey, you know, and they never shut me down like you're crazy or this is not true. So this year I'm going to work on my spiritual growth, and perhaps, you know, I could start doing readings, you know, to help people heal, because the healing process is hard. It's painful. You feel misunderstood. You don't know what to believe in. You don't know if you should stop believing in God or if you should get closer to God, you know? For me, I stepped out of religion, but I never stopped loving God. I've always kept my faith, you know? So I'm going to go through these messages, see if there's anything I need to, I want to experience this with my mom. I just want to feel her. Thea, you just have to really believe, you know, and when you hear her, don't second guess yourself. That's her. So today I text that, you know, I sent the psychic a message, you know, and I told her, thank you so much. Thank you for appreciating my brother's energy and for, you know, smiling and embracing his energy that he was all smiles. Within that time, I heard Alex tell me she was fine. Like, I think she was smiling because he was flirting with her, you know, and I know this for sure. Like, that's my brother, you know, like that's Alex, you know, and she just couldn't stop smiling, this lady, you know. Yeah, so let me see what else. Thank you, Jessica, for the support, you know. I'm going to be praying for you, and you're grieving and your husband's grieving as well. And when the signs are there, Believe them. They are true. You know, people think that when you see a bird, and I'm like, that's my brother, they think that he reincarnated in a bird. And that's not how it works. He didn't reincarnate in a bird. When you're a spirit, you're energy, you know? The energy, it's what manifests in that beautiful creature, you know? You know when it's them, you know? I love you too, Sonoya. I love you. And recently I had a message for my friend, Sonoya, you know, and I was very skeptical to tell her the message I had for her, but her mommy loves her and her mommy is making a way for her. And thank you, Sonoya, for believing me. That I know sometimes I'm like, fuck, am I crazy? You know, like, I don't want to lose my friends or anything, but, you know, I really had to stop worrying about if people are going to judge me, you know, because before I didn't give a fuck, you know. I didn't give a fuck what you thought about me. But all of a sudden I do. Because I'm getting older now. But thank you guys for tuning in. Sorry, I'm going a little bit illiterate there. And that is all, guys. Jessica, I believe it. She is coming by with butterflies around my kids. I got touched with your message. I believe you. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you. I'm trying to see if I could tap into her right now. You know, I'm just, there's a lot of things going in my hair, a lot of traffic. She just wants to let you know that she loves you too. And she's going to help you guys get through it. You know, I want to be able to give her readings and give confirmation so you would know that it's definitely her that I hear. But bear with me, and as I develop this gift that I have, I will start offering readings myself. And I believe my brother's going to help me too, because my brother's teaching me so much, you know, how to believe, how to not lose hope. Death is not the end, you know. We're here having a human experience. We're spirits having a human experience, you know. When we leave this place, I'm sorry, I don't believe in hell. I really don't. You know, excuse me for the believers that do, you know. Eric tells me there is hell, you know. There probably is. But God is so merciful. He's so big and forgiving that if you believe in him, he will forgive you for all your sins. And you would have that chance, that time to come back to earth and make it good again. That's why you have so many people here that are old souls, because they're here to make it right again. You know, there's no one here that is perfect. No one here that is perfect. But try to just love and forgive. You know, whatever, make sure that your heart is in the right place. You know, never be afraid to admit that you believe in God, you know, whether like you're Christian or you're Catholic or you're Buddhist or Muslim, you know. God, there's only one God. You know, who knows who that God is, but God is big, and I believe that it's because of God that Alex is still here, you know. He's still here with me, trying to teach me as he's learning as well. You know what I mean? I'm always feeling like this lately. How, Thea, how are you feeling that there's no God? Because there's a God, you know. We suffer here on earth to teach others. We're here as teachers. We teach them through our struggles, through our pain. You know, don't lose faith though. You keep praying and you keep praying and you keep praying. No matter what, you know. I'm going to pray for your faith today, Thea. You know, I really am. And you know, my prayers are powerful. Whenever I pray, you know, you feel better the next day. And it's not my prayers. It's just, you know, the Holy Spirit, you know, that I really, really believe with all my heart, you know. I'm scared, lonely, I don't know. Alex is with you. He's here with me, but he's also with you. And my grandma is with you too, you know. I'm going to get you some healing crystals. These are the crystals that I've been using. Let me see. I'm going to try to... Okay. These are some crystals that I've been using. And let me tell you, I have really lately... I got this one. There's a time, Thea, you know this, that I didn't want to heal. I didn't care if I stayed miserable. I didn't care if I stayed bitter. How was I going to move on and be happy when my brother was murdered, you know? I didn't give a fuck about looking miserable. I didn't give a fuck about looking depressed all the time, you know? But there's days that I woke up and I said, you know, Alex doesn't want to see me like this. He wants more for me. And Alex loved how loud I was because y'all know I'm loud. So when I started doing these crystal things, all of a sudden I just wake up really happy. I wake up just counting my blessings, you know, turning around and seeing Lola's just smile. And even when she cries, I'm happy. You know, seeing my grandchildren makes me happy. Seeing my husband, my kids, you know, just being able to love again, smile again, you know. And I believe that when I meditate to bring healing to my heart, you know, I pray and I ask God, you know, to help me not lose my faith and help me not let this cold world, you know, harden my heart. And I believe it's working, you know. Leslie came in last time. Leslie's logged in right now. And she had anxiety. She had a headache. And I told her, you know, I'm going to pray for you. And I'm going to help you meditate, you know. And I sat her down and I saged the place. And I started praying for her. And I allowed her to hold these crystals. And remember, God makes these, you know. The Bible, you know, somewhere in the Bible in Revelation, it tells us how heaven is made out of these stones, you know, these crystals. So these are pure. Leslie was holding this amethyst. This is a crystal that brings calming, soothing, healing. This helps with the heart. This is a rose quartz. It helps purify the heart, you know.